This is a special treat. Normally on Wednesdays, nothing is ever this exciting. But we lucked out because Blush loves having her here frequently and as much time as they can get her. Angela Sommers back with us. Follow her on Twitter at RealAngeSommers, Sommers. Always love having you.
Thank you.
You look
Thank you
tremendous.
Thank you. Thank you.
Last time I told you your boobs were deceiving because of what you're wearing. Now you made sure to show them off. She's wearing a turtleneck, folks. If you're not watching live, or you need to check out the YouTube page later, and she's showing them off, but still being classy.
Yeah.
She's giving you plenty of temptation to go and see her at Blush, 9th Street downtown, here through Saturday.
Yeah. Saturday's my last shows.
When did you get in? Yesterday?
Yeah, last night.
Yeah. How was it?
Not last night, but a little early. It was like 5 o'clock.
Yeah. How did you see the new club? Obviously, the new design. How do you like it?
That stage was awesome. The new stage is awesome because I can fit more costume stuff. Like there was things I didn't bring before because I was like, oh, I only have so much space to dance on. So now I have like my wings and like bigger costumes.
Space and stability have been the two things I keep hearing. The girls are saying it's a lot more stable than the old stage.
You know, it was cozy though. I have to say the layout was cozy, but it was a little painful. Yeah. So.
Well, that's good. Yeah, Blush has and they're still working, so bear with them in a way. They're continuing to expand it and renovate. I think December is like the overall targeted completion, but it's still great. There's still beautiful women there. It's open. It's in operation. You can get drinks. So everything you need, tits and drinks, all there. Now, before we get into anything new, you always surprise me. I learn something about you every time. I'm creeping on your Instagram account. And for those of you that want to follow her, again, it's Real Ange Sommers on Instagram as well. You're looking beautiful, as always.
Thank you.
I am petrified of snakes, and I was like, she has a pet snake.
I do.
What is this?
It's an albino red-tailed boa. He's a baby, and he's probably, now he's about 4 months old, but when I got him, he was 8 days old. So I always wanted a snake. I never had one. The reptile show came to San Diego, and I said I have to get one. So now I'm learning how to raise a baby snake. I'm going to dance with it eventually, so. It's my baby.
They have no legs and they move.
You know, they're fascinating though. I'm noticing so many of my friends who like snakes now. I'm getting into like a little community.
How does he not bite you?
It does. It did once, but it was because I was feeding him and he was still in like feeding mode. Yeah. So after I put two mice down, he was still hungry, and then I went to pick him up to put him back in his cage, and he bit me. But it was like a little needle. It was like nothing.
He's not poisonous, obviously.
No, these ones are nice.
And you're beautiful, but I gotta say, if you came walking into my bedroom and you had a snake around you, I never thought I'd be able to say no to you, but I might. That's the snake.
See, that's good though, because that's where the allure of the snake comes from, and because it's sexual because it moves that way, and also it's scary. So we want people to still be scared of snakes a little bit.
All right. Well, I always learn something about you every time, and this is that
Thank
time.
You.
All right. So you're still doing the fetish stuff. Because last time we talked about this, and you clarified it wasn't feet fetish and things like that, but you're doing the superhero stuff, if I remember right. So you're still doing that stuff? Yeah,
actually I have a DVD for you if you come in to Blush. A new one. It's Batgirl.
Okay.
So I've been doing some Batgirl stuff with Bondage Cafe, and I love playing Batgirl. I've been doing a lot of wrestling too. So.
Yeah, let's get into this, because everybody knows obviously that's my main career is working with pro wrestling. What are you doing? You're actually wrestling?
It is slightly fake.
Yeah, well, but it's an entertainment show. Yeah,
right. Some of it is real, but some of it's fake. Like the punches, you have to, it's like missed by a mile kind of thing. Yeah. But some of the stomach punches are real. The back breaking, and the throwing in the I forgot the names. There's some wrestling moves. I'm learning.
I've done some training in the ring. I know.
Yeah, so we do some of them. It's girl on girl, and there's some sex involved, obviously, at some point.
Sure.
But it's more just, it's like a girl in peril kind of thing. You go, one person gets beat up, and the other person gets beat up, and then one wins, or taps out. And so I've done the boxing fetishes, cat fighting, wrestling.
That's awesome.
It's been fun. I'm learning a lot. So.
This needs to get marketed more, because I'm surprised that I haven't came really across to heard this. They need to get this
It's very, very popular.
Oh,
and
sure.
it pays really well. It's just a very niche market.
Absolutely. Well, that's one of the great things. That's why I love getting to do the interviews and all the great girls that Blush brings in. Not only just to get to know you girls, but it makes sense because my audience with the wrestling fans and your audience, our audience is pretty much the same.
Right.
The same
it
demos,
is. It's just they want to. Oh, let me see what it looks like when those two do this after that move. And this comes off, and
that makes wrestling a whole lot more exciting.
Right.
So you're doing that. What else you got going on? What do you?
I've just been dancing a lot. I'm really enjoying featuring. So my agency's just been. I'm like, book me. So I've just been all over the country. I went to my vacation. I did my vacation in New Orleans. Yeah. So that was fun. I did all the vampire gothic balls.
Which you guys can also see some of the pictures of that on her Instagram account again. And I think it's probably on your Twitter too. Sure.
Yeah. Instagram and Twitter, I kind of post out together. Yeah. Sometimes I'll specifically answer people on Twitter, but and Instagram, but usually it's the same stuff. And
you have a lot of, you really keep up to date. You have like a lot of new pictures that are always being...
Because I'm always doing something fun, and I like to share it with everyone, Great. So, and it's always colorful and, and fun, so people get to see my travels and where I'm going and the naughty things that I'm doing and with who.
So what's the naughtiest thing you've done like this since I last saw you? It's been a couple months.
Lately?
Yeah, what have you been, I'm sure you've had some great sex, I'm sure you...
I got to have another threesome, and it's been a while, so it's been probably 3 years since I've had a threesome,
so that
was fun.
Well, camera or personal life?
It was a personal life thing, so yeah.
You don't have to tell me names, but you can at least describe a little bit.
It involved vampire teeth. So. Wow.
Was it all girl, guy?
And it was a girl. It was.
Two girls or?
It was fun. The girl had never had vampire teeth on her pussy before. Can I say that word?
Well, I just did.
Vagina, sorry. She had never felt it, and I did it once before with a girlfriend of mine, and so I said, well, what the hell? So I put my teeth in.
Apparently it's pretty good, huh?
Yeah, I like it. It's not like, you're biting it. You're kind of grazing the area, so...
That's See, that's what I was asking for. I wanted to know I knew you probably had endeavored on some new. That's not really new adventure for you, but
it was fun, and that was like a personal thing. But
was she in the business, or she just?
She's not.
Oh, so she's.
So we had fun, and the girl that the first time I did it was a girl who thought that vampire teeth were really weird, and that I was weird. But then when she was drunk, she wanted me to put them in and eat her out. So that's what I did.
Alcohol solves all right there.
It really does. People just start to tell the truth.
Yeah. Tell your friends to stop being a prude and just trust you. If it comes to sex, I'm going to trust you. I mean,
Exactly.
If I have my group of friends and if I have to pick anybody, I'm going to pick you if I need to ask questions about sex.
Well, thank you.
So there you go. Well, that's exciting. Well, that's very exciting. Real Ange Sommers on Twitter and Instagram. You can follow her again. It's Real Ange Sommers, SOMMERS. See her at Blush all week long. So now I got to get more stories out of you. There's got to be more. What else is going on in the personal life here?
Oh, God. I've just been traveling so much, so I haven't really been home much.
Yeah.
San Diego, yeah. And I love San Diego. I've just been going and going and going. So planes and driving to LA to shoot stuff, and fetish stuff between the wrestling, between the bondage and the superheroine stuff. I'm still doing, I released a DVD for my superheroine character, Calidora, my vampire one. So that was really exciting, and I brought them all to Blush because I have a couple of fans coming to Blush for their copies because they saw me post out about it on Instagram and stuff. So I'm really excited to debut the Calidora. She's a vampire superheroine, kind of like a Blade, kind of like a Blade versus like Celine from Underworld. Not the typical superheroine character. A lot of the superheroine fetish niche is like the Wonder Womans, the Batgirls.
Were you into all this stuff when you were growing up, I'm guessing? Or?
I was into, the type of superheroine that I was into was more of Blade, or with the crossbows and and the swords and the superheroines from not my era. Yeah. They used superpowers, they had like little lightnings coming out of their hands and stuff, and so they did kicks, like Batgirl does her kick. When I created mine, I wanted her to have guns, I wanted her to have a crossbow, I wanted her to just be my version. So she's a little different, and it makes a difference when it comes to sex and in what when you're selling sex and what kind of ammunition you're using, so yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, because you have all this interest and doing these characters. I just figured you sound like you were a comic girl growing up.
No, I wasn't actually.
No.
I mean, I like watching the movies,
Yeah.
but I never sat and like had comic books or anything like that. But I watched all the movies.
Very interesting. Raylene Sommers, make sure you follow her on all the social media, and most importantly, make sure you see her whenever you get the chance. You can see her right now in this wonderful interview, but even more exciting is you can see her naked at Plush Ninth Street downtown, and she's got all of her different outfits she's talked about. She's going to have DVDs there, I'm sure,
yeah.
everything. So make sure you go see her. Check out the new renovations, the new design inside of Blush. And did you travel to Pittsburgh with your vampire teeth? Did you bring them?
Oh yes.
Oh.
I don't travel anywhere without them. They're always in my bag.
Ladies, beware.
I bite.